Napoli, Napoli, Napoli!
What's going on, my fellow Napoletani? Welcome back to Napoli Nation TV. We are on season 2, episode 5, and today we are going to be previewing the upcoming match, Napoli Cagliari. We are back home at the Maradona. The first topic we'll go over is the formation. We also have a little bit of transfer talk and UCL Phase League draw reactions. The schedule did come out this morning, so let's get right into it.
All right.
So let's get into the formation and tactics for the upcoming match against Cagliari. So starting out, it looks like Sky is reporting we're doing practically the same formation. They're putting 4-1-4-1. I know we didn't necessarily play that against Sassuolo, but it's close enough. McTominay, I expect him to shift a whole lot this game as well. KDB going back, transitioning with Lobo, maybe later in the game also playing as a striker. We know that McTominay and De Bruyne have a lot of free roaming opportunities with this formation. They do have Medet starting in goal rather than VMS as they predicted last week. Who knows if Conte's playing mind games again and that'll switch off? We really don't know. This is just a probable formation, but I don't see anything changing from last week, as Conte stated in his press conference. No major changes. So, what do you think about this formation, Debo? And how do you think it'll go?
Some of the same thoughts as you. I think that if there is any surprise, the only surprise we will get is, if we get it, is VMS starting instead of Medic, because Conte's made it clear that he's not ever gonna talk about who's starting. He's gonna leave that up to when the actual official formation gets announced. So that tells me that he is just focusing on how they look in training unless they start to really look bad in matches. So Medit, he has one blunder, but other than that, you can't complain too much. I know he had that other instance when he, it was taking a little bit too long to get the ball out of the box when he was playing from the back with it. So those were two things I'm sure that Conte recognized and he's paying attention to within the match. But we didn't get scored on, and that's what's most important. But yeah, and the point about KDB and McTominay roaming around the pitch and everything. The thing is, like with the formation, it's that's what you put up on the screen. But the way that Conte is having these players play and their abilities to be all over the pitch, there's only 2 or 3 players that are really keeping their set position per se on the pitch, and that's the 2 center backs and Lobotka. Everybody else is roaming, and even Politano, man, he was getting into the middle of the box, and Oliveira's coming up the pitch. D'Lo's always around the box. So for me, man, I don't think the formation is too much that we should just assume that they're gonna look like that throughout the game, like the shape. Um, the other thing that I want to see in this game, which I'm very confident in, we'll talk about that later, is Luca. I want Luca to be getting more touches. I want him to be looked for. I want crosses, free kicks, corner kicks, all that stuff. I want this game to be focused on getting Luca into the game more than anything else. That's what I really want to see from this match, other than, of course, getting a comfortable victory.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Luka should be more involved this match. He was pretty involved last match, but not necessarily for the best reasons. With the sloppy fouling. He did have a couple chances on the goal. He had that one rebound kick that could have easily gone in. He was close to a header from D'Lo's cross. If it was just a couple inches shorter, he would have been good to go. We know how clinical he is with his head. But yeah, so before we do get into the predictions, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about KDB. Eyes on King Kevin, as usual. So, Debo, we'll start with you. How do you think Kevin will perform this match? Any goals, assists? Obviously, we're going to get into the predictions, but if you do have something for him, go ahead, let it out.
To continue to progress, to understanding where our players are and how they need to receive the ball. I think we need to see improvement on that. I would like to see some shots on goal. I know he had a shot or two in open play. I think one like the first 5 seconds or something, right? That he had a good turn on the ball, but just didn't connect with it the way he wanted to, and it skied over the net, the goal. So I want to see at least one or two shots on goal, and I want to see him build that chemistry a little bit better with everybody in the attacking phase of the game. One thing I noticed against Sassuolo that I think we mentioned on the review of that match was how he seemed to sort of switch out with Lobotka in a way, coming back to receive the ball from the back line. Mm, I mean, I don't know if we really need him to do that unless it's just try to keep the defense on their toes. Because I would like to see him in and around the box as much as possible. If he does that and it's just in a build up and he gets up near the box still. But one of the other things I'm just now thinking about is when he has the ball in that position, he might have some nice long passes or some through balls that he can see also. So maybe I need to take that back a little bit. Because he has that capability too. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm saying, build the chemistry more and get some shots on goal. I would rather see some shots on goal with his good passing instead of actually getting, say, an assist. Um, I know he scored in the last game, and I know he put the ball exactly where it needs to be, but there's chirping saying, "Oh, that shit was just luck." It wasn't luck. He put the ball exactly where it needed to be, but I would like to see him get a clear, clean goal. And to do that, you got to get shots on goal. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
You pretty much got all the points across, honestly. I would like to see him get a nice, open, clean shot on goal. Not necessarily from a set piece, but, from like open play, from transitioning, maybe like on like a counter, I do think he should be playing back there with Lobotka. Not all the time, but I think he's very useful. He's a very big asset back there whenever we build up into the attack. He has amazing long balls, like you mentioned. He could easily
Mm.
create a counter that way. We know we have Politano who can run his ass off on that wing, and he doesn't have too much trouble gathering the ball. So yeah, I mean KDB. Hopefully he gets an assist or a goal. I know you didn't really care for him to get either. You just want to see him get more comfortable within the formation and the team
Oh
in
no.
general. But yeah,
No, I want him to score. I
oh, okay.
mean, I want him to score. Um, but let's just put it this way. I would rather see him get like two, maybe three shots on goal.
Mm.
Maybe even if he doesn't score and the goalie just makes some freaking Buffon type of save or some shit.
It is
Um,
Capilla playing, and he's an ex-Napoli player, so
oh crap,
you
man.
know how that goes.
Okay, so that's what I want. And if we get that and we don't get an assist, um, I'm like okay with that as long as his performance is good, right?
Yeah,
Because I need we need to get goal contributions from him, either scoring or getting an assist. But I think that him getting a goal at the Maradona opening match would just set things ablaze in that stadium.
oh yeah,
It would be important for the atmosphere of the fans and the club and everything. Um, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to what I was saying before when it comes to him, and we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm not
yeah.
I'm not expecting that he's not going to do better. I'm expecting that he is, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, KDB has a lot of haters within the Serie A, believe it or not from necessarily players, but fans itself. They're calling him washed, all types of stuff. So just a a debut goal at the Maradona that would shut him up for quite a bit. You think, So with that being
Yeah,
said,
and
yeah,
yeah, and one other thing is about that. They're just chirping, man. They're just trying to say some negative shit like you know how much hate Napoli gets, right? And then Modric had a very nice assist for Milan, so there's Milan fans are saying, "Oh, we got the better old man."
he almost
Well,
had a nice goal too. To be fair, but
KDB isn't quite as old as that grandpa over there in Milan. Modric is like 40. KDB is a whole lot younger. So chill out. We got the better player, and he's going to start showing it. You'll see. You're going to see.
okay. Score predictions for the match. This one's tough. I think Cagliari still feels some type of way about us holding the Scudetto over them. Well, not over them, but because of them, we were able to get all 3 points. We had an outstanding performance in our last match last season. They do have 3 ex-Napoli players on their squad. I don't think Luperto is starting, but Gaetano and Gabriele for sure are. So tell me, score predictions. What do you think? Another clean sheet? Maybe one more goal than we had last week, or is it going to be something like a 1-0 win, or maybe even like 2-1? Maybe even something crazy like 5-0.
Well, first off, Cagliari ain't coming into the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona thinking that they're going to make up for last year. Whatever. And the only thing that I think we might notice is like the players that used to play with Napoli are going to try to do something, right?
hmm
Unfortunately, Caprile is one of those, and he's their goalie. So, um, it ain't like Gaetano's a world beater. He's a good player, but it's not like he's gonna have a hat trick or some shit, right? So the only thing that if I had any concern about, it would just be about those players and how hard they're gonna play to impress the crowd, right?
Yep.
But I am absolutely confident in this match. I think we're going to dominate them like they're a relegation side and like we're a repeat Scudetto contender. And if you want to hear my score prediction, get ready.
Oh Lord,
Okay?
what is it?
4-0. And I'm not even joking. 4-0.
Okay.
Luca's going to score. KDB is going to score. And I don't care who else scores. Those two are getting a goal today. And we're going to pretty much embarrass that club, that team, and those fans. I don't know how many fans are going to show up from Cagliari over in that visitor section,
I ain't worried about
but
that.
they need to be prepared to go home crying their asses off. We're going to destroy Cagliari.
Okay, 4-0 from Debo. Well, I'm not too far off that, so it's not really that much of an exaggeration of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 3-0. I actually think Luca will not only get 1 goal, but he'll get 2. A nice little
Ooh,
brace.
that'd be nice. That'd be
That would be nice,
nice.
wouldn't it? Hopefully, I'm
Mhm.
right because that'd be amazing. And then Politano will also get the 3rd goal.
Ooh, you
Not
got
in any
Poto
certain.
scoring.
Yeah, I do. I think it's time that
Okay.
he gets a goal, shuts up the haters. Doing it at home, I think it's only fair enough that way.
Do you
But
think
yeah,
it's going to be his trademark goal, or do you think it's going to be something a little different? What do you think? What are you looking forward to when it comes to him scoring? How's he going to do it?
well, definitely not that outside kick that he does from far away. I'm thinking maybe like a tap in, some of that nature.
Ben.
Maybe a nice little pass
Okay.
from the left wing
All right.
towards the right. Something simple, but I think that he'll score. Or it might be some crazy where he does that little dribble on that right side, cuts in,
Mm.
gets a nice little curve to the left, or maybe a straight shot to the right. Who knows? But yeah, I do see Politano scoring today. Hopefully he
Right.
does, just because I would like to see him get back into the Garcia form. You
Right.
know how dominant he was during that time. So yeah,
You know
3-0 and
something
4-0.
else?
All I'm hearing is clean sheets, though. For sure, a clean sheet.
You know something else that would be nice? I don't think it's gonna happen quite yet, just because the chemistry's not there. But man, you remember the last time we had a player that would play from the back a little bit and find a through ball? Who's the last player we had, man?
Say that
Who's the
again.
last dude that was really good at that?
Playing a through ball.
It's yeah, like playing through balls to somebody making a run. We ain't had that for a minute. Who's the
Who?
last player?
I don't know who.
Oh, come on, man. He's one of our captains.
Talking about Matic Hamsik.
Yeah.
No, that's
You
from a
remember
long
them
time
through
ago.
balls he
You got
would
me
get to
going way back.
Cavani and other runners, man?
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
thought you were talking way more recent than that. I was like, damn,
well,
you went
yeah,
back.
yeah. I mean, we ain't had nobody to get through balls since him like that.
Yeah, Matic was the first
So
person on my mind for that. Yeah.
I'm not like predicting it's gonna happen, but the time that he gets a through ball to McFratima and McFratima destroys that fucking net, that's when Napoli's arrived. That play, a through ball to McFratima for a goal. If we see that shit at the if we see that shit at
Now
the Maradona, man,
you're saying
oh
a through
boy.
ball from KDB, correct?
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
To McFratima on a run, and our boy from Scotland destroys the net, man. That's what I want to see. Not predicting it yet, but man, if it happens.
I wouldn't hate it.
Dude, the stadium would explode, bro. It would be an earthquake with an 8-point Richter scale. It would be
Way
fucking
crazy.
awesome. Yeah. It would something like that. I swear it would take us back to those days when Cavani, Lavezzi, and Hamsik were
Ooh.
there and the stadium explodes. I mean, you remember what that was like.
Oh yeah.
It would be that and probably even better
Yeah,
because
when the
we
stadium
weren't winning
was
Scudetti then, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, and the stadium
yeah,
was the loudest I've ever heard it, like in that era when we had that amazing attacking trio. Yeah, I've
yeah.
never heard it that loud, especially during Champions League, like that Napoli Chelsea match when we won 3-1. I've never heard it that
Oh,
loud. It was
we're gonna
crazy.
get into that a little bit later,
All
aren't
right.
we?
But before we do that, let's go ahead and get into the transfer market and talk about our two new pickups. Elmas did arrive to Napoli, and Hoyland also got confirmed by Fabrizio Romano himself, the biggest Napoli fan in the world, that we basically got him on loan with an obligation to buy. So, what do you think about this transfer? Are you excited Elmas is back? How do you feel about Hoyland being maybe a starting striker or a backup striker? I don't know. It all depends how Luka performs. Obviously, Lukaku was out 3 months, maybe even more with the surgery or whatever he's doing, whatever kind of treatment. So talk to me about him.
Well, when it comes to the Joker, that's our boy. Oh my god, I
Look at
can't
that
wait to
heart.
see him.
He loves us.
Yeah,
We love
bro.
him.
Oh my
Mwah.
god, I can't wait to see him on the pitch again, man. He's gonna be in the stands. From what I can tell, it's been out there on social media. I think that Hoyland's gonna get his medical, I think, today, so he probably won't be in the stands. It'd be nice if they figured out how to make that happen. But yeah, I think Elmas is definitely gonna be in the stands, so I'm sure he'll get a standing ovation at some point,
Oh yeah.
man. It's awesome. I mean, it's awesome because of his passion. It's awesome because the fans love the dude. It's awesome because he's a good player. And lastly, because he can fill in so many different roles
Very
for
versatile.
us as a super sub. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play. And like, if you think about his link up with KDB and McFratima, bro, it's like there's going to be something special there throughout the season a handful of times when those three players are on the pitch at the same time. So yeah, and then Hoyland, I'll let you talk about Hoyland a little bit. You probably know a little bit more about him than me. You've looked at some highlights and I'm just glad that we did get the striker that it's obvious Conte wants,
Hmm.
and we'll go from there. Maybe you got something a little bit more to say about Hoyland, though.
Well, you know, his tenure at Man U wasn't the best. Obviously, we know of his talents when he played for Atalanta. You know, he had a lot of pace. He had some crazy good shots. He is clinical. Hopefully, he returns back to that form under Conte. I mean, like we've said plenty of times, we've seen how McTominay has just shaped into a top three, top five midfielder in the world. I mean, he was a Serie A MVP last season, and he's looking like he's, if not that, then even better. You know, I mean, he started off very strong into the season. Yeah, I just hope that Hoyland isn't how he was at Man U, because, like I mentioned, we know he has talent. It's just a matter of will he put it into effect for us. Um, and honestly, I do think he will, just because I'm that confident in how Conte brings the best out of players. For example, Juan Jesus. I mean, we've seen how he's Jesus reincarnated, like resurrected, like Jesus. You know, hey Jesus, like
Yeah.
he's solid, and I've never seen him this solid in his whole time playing for Napoli. He's never been this solid. We always would throw banter at him, you know, make fun of the guy. He's always a good person, but player wise, he had a lot of mistakes and was super slow. It looks like his conditioning is back in place, especially for his age. You know, we know he's not the youngest guy, but yeah, I'm just hoping that Hoyland gets rejuvenated just like Jesus did, and I expect good things from him. I'm not necessarily going to say that he's going to be a starter over Luca. We know Luca is a future project. Hoyland may be that too. We do have an obligation
Yeah.
to buy. I'm not sure what those terms and conditions are, but yeah, I mean, I wish him the best because the obligation to buy is like 45 million. So, so I hope he does well.
Are we sure that it's an obligation to buy?
Yes,
Did
it's
they not get
obligation to
away with
buy. Mm-mm.
it? Is okay, because I know that
Yep.
there was like some back and forth on that,
Yeah, that's the only
whether
thing
it was going to
that's
be
concerning.
obligation or
Yeah.
option. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. The other thing about Hoyland, I think maybe he'll be good on the counter too.
Hmm.
Like I think he can
He has pace for
play
it. So
in behind the defense, right? Can't he
yep.
do that, man?
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay, so that's a good
it's pretty
option to
quick.
have whenever Conte feels like he can take advantage of that
Yeah, because
with
we
the
know Luca's
opposition.
pace. I mean, he's a big guy. You can't really blame him, but Luca's pace is mid at best. So
Okay. All
okay.
right, we'll see.
So now that the transfer market talk is done, let's get into the UCL league phase draw. All right, the schedule has been released today. It's Saturday, depending when you're watching this video. But let me go ahead and bring that up right now. So this is what it's looking like. We got first game being
From the get-go.
away. Yeah. Almost seems a little
Wasting no
rigged.
time.
Almost seems a little rigged, doesn't it? And then the last game being at home against Chelsea. I mean, it's
Oh
just
my
funny.
god.
So yeah, we're
I ain't
playing
seen
Man
this
City
until
away.
now, Mario.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen this.
Well, here it is.
Mm.
Man City away is the first match. That'll be 18 September. Then we come back home, play Sporting, go away at PSV, play at home against Frankfurt. Can't wait for that game. I'm hoping those fans aren't even allowed near that stadium. At home against Qarabag. That'll be interesting. At least we're not going away for that match. That would have
Where
been
are they from?
a little stressful. Middle East, I
What
think.
country are they from, man? Do you know?
Or is it? Hold on, Qarabag. I'm not actually sure. It's not the Middle East. It's someone else. It's somewhere
Okay.
else. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyways, I just know that they're far away from where we are. So in terms of
Luckily we're
traveling,
playing at home. Yeah.
it'll be easier for us. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Benfica away. That'll be a really tough match. I don't think people are talking about enough. Benfica is not an easy match, especially away. Copenhagen away, that should be easy. And then lastly, we have Chelsea at home. What a way to close out the phase or the league phase, right? Chelsea at home, starting out Man
Wow,
City away.
man.
You couldn't really make it better
Oh.
than that. Yeah. So I mean,
Mm.
Lang got what he wanted playing PSV away.
Yeah.
KDB got what he wanted playing Man City away. I really wish one of those two would have been at home, but it's fine. We got Chelsea at home, so that'll be good for the Napoli fans to witness that. because that'll be a huge
And
match.
memories.
That's what I was going to get into. Yep, very big memories. The last time we played Chelsea at home
Mm.
was quite a while ago when we had Lavezzi, Amsik, Cavani. And yeah, we won 3-1. I hate talking about the away match after that, but we lost 4-1. That fourth goal being way later on into the game, too. Pretty disappointing because Chelsea was the strongest team in the UCL at that time. They ended up winning the UCL final that same season. So almost make you think, damn, maybe could have been us. Who knows? And
I mean,
a UCL
we
at Napoli would be
yeah.
a dream. It's oh my god, that'd be insane. It'd be insane. So, what do you think about this schedule? Do you have any? You want to talk about any overall predictions?
Mm.
Not in terms of every single match, but like wins, draws, losses. What do you think our record would be? Will we make top 8 to get that nice little rest? What do you think?
Okay, well, I'm actually gonna tell you at least if we're gonna win, lose, or draw in each match. And Mama's gonna be home. She's gonna be able to see that Napoli Sporting match as long as she can get the tickets. Michele from Get Napoli Tickets. You got her back, right? Oh, man. Didn't you say in one of our previous videos that you wanted to see Napoli face a big club from the get?
I did. I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't know if I said away, but I would have preferred at
It
home.
don't it don't get bigger than Man City. You know what I mean?
Well, it gets bigger than Man City, but yeah,
Well,
they are
who's
big.
bigger? Who would you say it's bigger
Could you
than Man
imagine
City?
playing PSG away as the first match?
Eh,
Think
you're
about that.
just saying that because they just won the UCL.
Exactly. They're the strongest team in the tournament still. They
Well,
easily.
you think so?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say this. Facing Man City in the first game is going to show if we belong. I'm not saying we need to get a result, but I'm saying the first match on the road versus a massive club that is one of the favorites to win the whole thing. If we go to their house and we compete in that game and show that we belong, that's going to be a big deal. The home match, the opening home match against Sporting, that should be a win, and we should be able to perform. And I mean, if we can perform against Man City and then come home and get that win and still play well, that'll put us on our way to probably getting a bye in the first round of the knockout stages, right? You mentioned Noah Lang going back to PSV. You know that he's going to be super motivated to perform well. By then, on the 21st of October, he's going to hopefully be mixed into the squad enough to where he is used to everything when it comes to chemistry. So it's good that he gets to do that. And he has time to get ready. Frankfurt at home. Yeah, you mentioned it.
Keep them
Those
out.
fans can just stay. They can just stay in Germany for all I care. I have no clue who that team is up there on the 25th of November. No idea. I need to look into them. Oh, Benfica, that's going to be a good match, man. Benfica at that time, they're probably going to be on the cusp of whether they're going to make it into the next round. They're like a mid-table team, I think, for the league phase. So they're going to be motivated to win that match. And then our boy Chris Kaiser, man, he's from Denmark. He's going to love being at that match, man. He's going to be one of our guests live on one of our live shows here. So look out for that. And he's from Denmark, so I know he's going to love that, man. I wish I was back there so I could try to make that trip to see that match with him. And then what a way to close it out. What a way to close it out, man. We open it against a trophy contender for UCL and we close it with what some people think that Chelsea has a chance to, right? I really believe that the only match that we will not win is in Man City. If we beat
Wow.
Man City, imagine if we can beat Man City. I mean, that would be something crazy, and it would put us on the map in the UCL. People would
So,
start talking about us as being a contender to get to the final if we beat Man City.
so you're
It's not
saying
impossible.
so you're
It's
saying we're
not
only
impossible,
losing one
man.
match.
We can do, but what I'm saying is people would start talking about that. We can't deny that. In Man City, you beat them and they are a favorite to win the whole thing. I just want us to perform. So I'm going to say in that match we're going to play well, but I don't think we're going to get a result. We're going to beat Sporting at home. We're going to at least get a draw in PSV, right? In what was that, the Netherlands? We are going to hopefully destroy Frankfurt at home. We'll definitely win that game. We'll win the next game, of course, versus that team that I have no clue where they're from.
It's from the Middle East, by the
Benfica.
way. I had to make sure. I did mention it earlier. I thought it was Middle East. It is. It's a mountainous
It
region in
is
the
Middle
South
East. Okay,
Caucasus.
which country?
Karabakh. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. I'm sorry.
Karabakh?
Karabakh.
Karabakh. That's how you say it. Do you know what country?
As Azerbaijan.
Alrighty then.
I'm probably killing that shit.
Alrighty then. I don't know them, so I'm not going to try to say how bad that victory is going to be for them, but we're going to beat them. Benfica on the road, that's going to be a rough match because they're going to be fighting. I'll say draw
Apologies.
for
It's
that.
not located in the Middle East. It's not.
Okay, where's it at?
It's it's Armenian, at the eastern edge of the Armenian highlands. It's connected
Alrighty
to the
then.
Middle East, but it's not considered the Middle East. Apologies. I did not want to get that right. I don't want to offend anybody.
Okay.
I'm just not
All right.
familiar with who they are. I'm sorry. Probably
Okay,
should have done my
man.
research before that, but
Well, thank God we ain't got to fly all the way over for that match.
yeah, either way, it's far. I knew it was far. I was
Fortunately
just
for
talking
them,
about
they got to fly
traveling.
to us, but
Yeah.
so yeah, Benfica will get a draw at least. I think Benfica is going to be trying to get a win, so that's going to be a rough match.
Mhm.
Depending on where we are in the table at that time, we'll see how it goes playing in Copenhagen. I don't think that will be an easy match, and if we are looking good and Copenhagen needs to try to do something to have a dream to get to the next round, that's going to be a rough match probably. And then I think no matter what position we're in, we are going to beat Chelsea at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overall, win, draw, loss. What is it? There's 8 matches. Kind of lost track of where you went.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, you weren't adding up the points.
No, I was too busy thinking about Karabakh.
I'm not gonna try to say like where we're gonna be in the table or anything like that. I just think
No.
that's what we're gonna do versus each match. Maybe we can.
But win, draw, loss. What are you predicting here? Obviously, records are subject to change given our form and how we're doing. Also, other
Yeah.
teams how they're doing. Because I'm actually
Yeah.
glad that we get Man City first, and that being is that they don't look 100%. They look a little shaky. They did lose 2-0 against Tottenham. By the way, the Spurs are no joke this season. Frank has really got them going. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they're in the best form right now. So I think the first match actually might be an advantage towards us. Who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, I have that game being a tie. Napoli Sporting,
Ooh.
a win. PSV Napoli, a win. Napoli Frankfurt, a win. So that's 3-0 and 1. Napoli Karabakh, a win, 4-0 and 1. I have us losing against Benfica away, believe it or not.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't think people can really say too much negativity about that. I think it's very possible. So that's 4-1 and 1. Copenhagen, I have us winning 5-1 and 1. And I actually have us tying against Chelsea. Like I said, things change given how we're doing at that time frame. That's all the way in January. Injuries happen, teams flop,
Mario, we're
etc.
gonna beat Chelsea.
I hope so. I do
We're gonna
hope so.
beat
I'm
them.
just trying to be as realistic as possible right now. You know what I mean? And plus,
We're gonna
given
beat
that
them.
we probably have a lot of win, and this is also why too. Like, I think we'll have a comfortable amount of wins to that point where we will be competing in the top 8. You know what I mean? So
So
maybe I don't think we're
we're
going to go
going to
easy
be in
necessarily.
position?
No. Yes.
You think we'll be in position already to get that bye?
Yes. If we
Okay.
have 5 wins, 2 ties at that point.
Okay.
Oh no, 5 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss. I think it's very possible. I'm not
Okay.
too sure what the 1 through 8 spot had in terms of their record and how many points they had, but I feel like that's realistic that given with 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 tie, we will be in the top 8 unless a lot of teams fucking go crazy and go undefeated, whatever. But yeah, I think we can get away still being in the top 8, tying with Chelsea at home. Now, if we
You
need
know,
to win, like we need to win to get even into the top 8, we're gonna kill them. We're gonna kill them.
or even if we need to, I don't know exactly how it's gonna work with like the next draw or whatever, but
Mhm.
if we need to win or even get a draw to improve our chances in however the draw works, Conte is gonna want to do whatever that takes, right?
Yep.
You know, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. for this. I'm tired. My brain's not functioning. Didn't Conte coach Chelsea?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, just I want to make sure my brain is like turned on enough after waking up so early. That's all I think is going to be needed, Mario. Conte is going to want to beat them fuckers. He's going to want to
Fair
beat
enough.
them
I mean, he's
no
obviously gonna
matter
wanna beat
what.
them.
You know what
I'm
I
not
mean?
I'm not saying we don't want to beat them. I'm saying given the circumstances in that position from what I'm predicting for the
Yeah.
record at that point, I don't think it'll be a necessity. And I don't know who we play in the Serie A during that time as well, but it all just depends. This is just way further back predictions. I might change my mind. I probably will. Not might. I probably will.
We'll
So yeah,
we'll like we'll have a signing, at
yeah,
least one signing extra. I mean, we'll probably get
yeah. That
like
is the
maybe
winter
2 or 3
transfer market.
players by
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time.
Hmm.
That's all the way in the end of January. That's
Yeah.
crazy,
These are
dude.
very early predictions. Like I said, things are subject
Yeah.
to a change quite
Well, of
easily.
course.
But
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Man City's right around the damn corner. What is that? 3 weeks. So
And but yeah, you can't change that prediction.
no,
That
I think
prediction's like
I think that'll
tomorrow.
be a tie. At least given the last week
Man, I
how
would
both
love
teams
to get a
played.
result in Man
Yeah,
City.
that would
I
be
hope you're right.
that'd be exceptional. But
Yeah, man.
I'm just trying to be realistic. Okay, I love Napoli. You know, I want them to do nothing but the best. But Man City is nothing to play
Oh,
around with. Luckily, they're kind of out of form right now. Hopefully, it stays that way.
yeah,
And if yeah,
Mario, you're absolutely realistic. And you pointed out the number one reason why they are not in their normal form right now with that 2-0 loss that you mentioned, right? So that's absolutely realistic. I think we're going to play well. I don't think we're going to get a result, but of course, I hope you're right.
and in all fairness, they did play the Spurs, who are in really good form right now. I mean, they gave PSG almost
Yeah.
a run for their money. Obviously, PSG only had like 6 days of training prior to that, and they had weeks. But
Oh, well,
yeah, I
sure.
mean, they're definitely here this season. I don't think they're going
Yeah.
to be a banner club this season. I think it's time that they actually make some noise in the Premier League and the Champions League. Well, they have made noise in the Champions League plenty of times, but yeah, I don't think it's
You
going to be
know,
a banner season for them.
I wonder if there's a chance that Buongiorno can get back and start that match. You
Man
think there's
City,
enough time?
I mean, if he's healthy, I say yes, go for it. But if he's not 100%,
Conte
no, do
Conte
not
and his
rush that man.
yeah,
We know what happened last time. He got
yeah.
rushed and he went out for until now, the almost the end of the season until now. And I don't want that to happen. We know that
No.
he's not necessarily made of glass, but he's not the most fittest person when it comes to injuries. Doesn't take him too lightly. So
Conte in his press conference was asked about him, and
mhm.
what I gathered from that answer is he was trying to reiterate what he said before, that it's not him that forces players to play when they're not fit and ready. It's on the players to
It's the
tell
players to tell
to
him.
tell him, "Yep, yep."
Okay.
And the other thing too is, like, the injury he had was to fix an issue he had last year that was like a lingering thing, and
Yeah.
he couldn't get over that. So, a as long as he's doing his rehab right, which I know he is, and he gets at least 1 or 2 matches where he is playing a good amount of minutes, then I could see him starting in that match. But we'll have to wait and see what happens over the next match or 2. I mean, wait a minute, hold on a sec. So we got the international break.
Yep.
So we play Cagliari today, and we're
So
recording.
Zamba will be out for a certain amount of time, like about a month or so. I forget exactly what month that'll be, but he'll be missing some UCL. That's concerning as
Oh yeah,
well.
because of the
He's a huge
African.
asset.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
African.
But I'm trying to think here. So we play Cagliari today, and then we have the international break, and we should have. Wait a minute, does that say Thursday?
Yeah,
When the hell have we played a Champions League game on a Thursday?
yeah. Uh,
Well, that's new.
We're we're
So
we're we're new to this whole new UCL
did they play matches on
formation.
Thursday
So
last year in this format?
I'm not sure. I didn't try to pay too
Uh,
much attention to UCL.
oh man,
Depressed
I
me.
hope I got. Oh God, I got to figure out how to get out of work for that match. I gotta figure that out. I'm calling sick or something. I don't know. We'll see.
So yeah, so African,
But
real quick, starts December 21st and
no,
ends
Mario,
January
hold on a
18th.
sec. Hold on a quick second. Let me finish my thought about this,
Go
about
for it.
Buongiorno. So we play Cagliari today, and then we go on the international break, and we have only one more match before we play Man City, if I'm thinking things through right. Buongiorno, there's no way, man. There's no way he's gonna start in that match. He might not even play with only 2 more matches, and he hasn't played yet, and yeah, I don't think so, man. I mean, he's got a lot of time to train, but match fitness is different, man.
Do you think we'll see Bukema soon?
Yeah, I hope so. Well, I mean, we signed him for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can be 3 up on Coyote in the second half, and Conte can maybe he can switch up to a back 3 to try it out to get him in there, you know?
I mean, we
I
just
hope
we
so,
just
man, because
know
I
that Rachmani plays even better when he has a stout CB next to him. I'm not saying
yeah,
Juan Jesus is terrible, but like someone with the talent of Bukema,
yep,
one of the top rated defenders last season in Serie A, I think he'll
yep.
be even better and it'll just make our defense better. So I don't know. I
I
think it
mean,
has to
with
happen soon.
Bongiorno, yeah, man, with Bongiorno not being available, what he could do though is he could put Bukama, Rachmani in the middle, and Juan Jesus on the left. Like he can try that. I mean, what else are you gonna do to get Bukama in there? Because I don't think Bukama really is a center back that is used to playing in the center back position on the left side
Hmm.
over by Oliveira, you know what I mean? I don't know that for sure. I'd have to look and check and see if he's
And even then, I don't
if
think Rachmani would have any issues swapping left to right. So
yeah, I think Rachmani can adjust. He's
yeah,
got enough experience playing on this team, and
yeah.
yeah, I think he could adjust easily too. So I mean, I don't know, man. It would be nice. It would be nice to see him get in there, and if it means he got to go to a back 3 to make it happen, I'd like to see that. And if my predictions come to fruition, we should be up 3-0 in the second half. So we'll see what happens there.
Wow. Okay. So that was a lot of UCL talk. As you can tell, we're pretty passionate, excited about it. We're finally back. It's only been 1 year, but I'm saying finally. But it's felt like forever, just because of that terrible season where we finished in 10th in Serie A. Man, that was very depressing. I'm glad those times are over. So let's get into the last segment of the show. It's a special one. We're going to talk about Decibel Bellini. All right. So if you guys have not been paying attention to the recent news, and also, I guess, to even earlier news, it was first stated that Decibel would not be with us anymore due to Joyer and the Golden Boys. I don't know what that's about, Golden Boys, but they were basically getting a whole new announcer. I'm not even going to say his name. It's kind of a clown name. I don't even want to say it. I'm just glad that we just found out, me and my father, well, technically just my father, an insider source prior to any news being released that Decibel was going to come back. I guess he didn't really even leave just yet. It wasn't really officially stated by Napoli themselves. But Decibel did go on a small little rant on his Instagram story, saying he's just given nothing but passion and just a bunch of stuff. Decibel has been with us for what now? 15 years, 16 years maybe. He's literally an icon of who this team is. He's gathered so many fans throughout his tenure here at a Napoli, and just to see him go, especially when we're on such a high level, it saddened me. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, you feel some type of way about Decibel too, but this guy right here, famous Neapolitan rapper Joliet and the Golden Boys, tried to take him down. I don't care what no one says. They tried it. I know Joliet came out and said that he had nothing to do with it, but as you and me both agreed on, we definitely think he had something to do with it. So he will still be staying as Napoli's new artistic director, but in terms of announcing at the stadium, it will not be that new announcer. It'll still be Decibel. So hopefully, things are still okay
Our boy,
within
man. Love
SSG
that
Napoli.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he's literally an icon. Like, you can't just get rid of this guy. Like, he has to literally pass away or just retire as a DJ. You know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon.
He is on Tomi Sirachi level, man.
Oh, easily.
He's on his level.
Yeah. Like, literally any cultural enthusiast knows who this guy is. They just know.
He's widely renowned
Yep.
in Italy as the best stadium announcer. There's not even a debate.
In Italy, there's no
that.
debate. I mean, he's
The
top three
the
in the
only
world.
people that'll debate that shit is the Milanisti with their stadium announcer, right?
He is pretty good
They
too.
will try to debate that, but man,
Yeah.
they can't touch our boy. The energy and the passion that he brings to that stadium is unmatched. And to think that you can just bring in some freaking, hookup dude that from, I don't know who that guy is. Nobody knows who he
Never
is.
heard of him.
Yeah, and then bring that dude in thinking that you can just like erase something from the club just because you're the guy in charge now. Dude, mate, Joliet is an amazing rapper and an artistic genius. He's world renowned. Everybody knows who this guy is that listens to rap. So it's a great idea for Napoli to bring him on board officially because that will help with global recognition, marketing, everything, man. And he's going to do a great job. I know he is. But, bro, you can't just bump a symbol of the city, the people, and the club to the curb. What are you fucking thinking?
Yeah,
I'm glad you woke up.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had to sit down with
At least we know
ADL,
they're listening
Edo,
to the fans.
and Decibel. Good on you. You made the right decision. You tried to freaking post some shit on Instagram saying, oh, it wasn't me. Okay, now I'm not even going to be the guy. Whatever, bro. We know. But you woke up and everything's back to normal. Do your job. I know you're going to kick ass at it and be what we need and not somebody that's trying to kick somebody else to the curb to hook up your boy. Capiche?
Do you think any of this would have happened if Decibel didn't say anything on Instagram?
Like if Decibel didn't actually make a post saying that he was
would they
kicked to the
still have
curb
tried
like
to keep
that?
him? Yeah. I'm just curious.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Decibel got wind that he
think
was
about
going to
it.
be let go of. I don't know. Maybe he got wind and he's like, you know what? I'm not taking this. I'm going to make a post and it's going to send waves throughout the freaking city and people are going to start saying stuff and they're going to be behind my back. I mean, maybe he did that and good on him.
Yeah.
I mean, if he did that knowing that the final decision wasn't made, but he got nervous, good for him because it worked.
I think that none of this would have happened. I think that they would have got away with a little bit of a sneakier approach to Decibel being gone, just because we know he has a whole bunch of fans by his side. You know, I don't think it would have happened in this manner, especially so quick. You know what I mean? Like it's only been what, like a week since that announcement, maybe if that. Yeah, so I'm glad that he did step up and say something, especially like not just like saying, "Oh, goodbye." Like he said, "I've given nothing but heart and passion to this club." You know, so I'm glad they came to their senses because, as I said earlier, this is a Napoli icon. Yes, he's just an announcer, but he's not just an announcer to Napoli fans. He's literally a part of this team. Like he's literally in our
Yep.
hearts. We
Yep.
don't
And
play about Decibel.
yeah,
We don't
man,
play.
and he's got relationships that
Yep.
mean something in the locker room too, man.
Mhm.
Like he and the players have a connection similar to Tommy Sadace. You
Crazy. We
don't
would have
just
lost
freaking
him
get rid of that.
and
It
Tommy.
makes a
Damn.
difference
Didn't even think about that.
with it makes a difference with the morale, the locker room, the easygoing and let's just say family type of atmosphere in that club to have people there.
Yep.
So I'm glad the right decision was made in the end, and I can't wait to hear our boy on the mic in a few hours.
Yep. I know there's no better feeling for a Napoli player than to hear your name being called by that man. I mean, it just raises the atmosphere tenfold. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that the
Mhm.
Napoli players also appreciate that he's staying. So Decibel, I guess welcome back. I don't know. I don't think you ever really
Benvenuto a
left,
you.
but I'm just glad to have you still. That's all I'm gonna say.
How do you say welcome back, Mario?
Bentornato.
Bentornato.
There you go.
Bentornato.
You got it. You have to ask
Bentornato.
me.
Why you? There we go, my boy. Love that guy.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it off right there. All right, everybody. That'll do it for our episode of Nation TV. Once again, thank you for stopping by and tuning in. We got a big home match coming up in a couple hours, depending when you watch this video. But as we said earlier, we predicted 3-0 and 4-0. A Luca brace. KDB, my dad said he would get involved in a goal or an assist. It can be a very exciting match. Or it can be a very stressful one. Like I said, they got some ex-Napoli players. Who knows what they're going to try to do. Obviously, we both expect a win and a clean sheet. It might even just be a simple 2-0 win like last week. But yeah, we're going to think it's going to be a lot of attacking force, and we're going to show out for the Napoli fans at the first game back home. So
Hey,
once
Mario,
again,
let me
guys,
mention
yeah,
let me
go for it.
mention one more thing before we close out.
Sure.
Dom from Napoli Talk did a video about the whole
Mhm.
Decibel fiasco too. Go check that video out. Really good video that gives a history and gives his perspective on how he thinks things went down. Yeah, make sure you check out Dom on Napoli Talk about that also.
And it's funny you mentioned he had to edit the very last part because he just found out
Oh
that
yeah.
Decibel came back. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. So once again, thanks for tuning in. And what do we say?
Forza
Napoli
sempre, why you?
sempre. Vinciamo, ragazzi. Vai.